Welcome to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. If you're a Taurus in your 40s to 70s, or know someone who fits this age range, you're in for an exciting journey ahead. In May 2025, something big is coming your way, something that will challenge and transform you in ways you might not expect. But here's the thing, it's not just a cosmic event, it's a powerful shift that will reach deep into the core of your life, your relationships, and even your career. Taurus, known for their love of stability and comfort, often finds it difficult to embrace change. Yet, the universe is about to ask you to do exactly that. With Uranus, the planet of change, already stirring things up in your sign. May 2025 will mark a key turning point that could feel both inevitable and liberating. It's a time when your deepest desires for growth and fulfillment will collide with a strong call for transformation. But don't worry, this isn't something to fear. Instead, it's an invitation to evolve. Whether you've been feeling the pull of change already or if it seems to come out of nowhere, embracing this transformation will bring you closer to the person you are truly meant to become. So, take a deep breath and get ready, because May 2025 will open a new chapter in your life. And you don't want to miss it. Taurus is a sign that's known for its grounded nature, its deep need for stability, and its unwavering determination to create a life of comfort and security. It's no wonder that many people born under this sign are drawn to the familiar and the steady, working tirelessly to maintain a sense of order and predictability in their lives. But as we move toward May 2025, Taurus will be met with an inevitable transformation, a cosmic event that cannot be avoided or ignored. This period will push you beyond your comfort zone, encouraging you to let go of outdated patterns and embrace change on a profound level. It's important to recognize that the astrological climate in May 2025 is one that amplifies the energy of growth, renewal, and deep transformation. For those of you in the 40 to 70 age range, the cosmic forces aligning at this time will hit especially hard, but also offer an extraordinary opportunity for growth and personal evolution. For many Taurus individuals, these years are a time of reflection, reevaluation, and sometimes a hard look at the choices you've made. These cosmic forces aren't coming to punish you, but rather to nudge you into a space where you can become the person you're truly meant to be. As May 2025 approaches, the energy will be impossible to ignore. In fact, the influence of Uranus will make it feel almost like a moment of reckoning, pushing Taurus to evolve in unexpected ways. Uranus has been shaking up Taurus' sense of security for several years now, but in May 2025, this energy will peak. As we talk about this shift, it's essential to understand how Uranus' presence is acting like a cosmic alarm clock, forcing you to wake up to the changes that are already happening within you and around you. No longer will you be able to deny the inner stirrings of transformation. The seeds have already been planted, and now it's time to allow them to grow. In addition to Uranus, the energy of Pluto will also be at work, adding another layer of intensity to the upcoming months. The presence of Pluto often signals that we are being drawn into a deeper exploration of ourselves, facing the parts of our psyche and soul that we've long avoided. For Taurus, who thrives in the material world and enjoys the tangible comforts of life, Pluto's influence can be especially jarring. But it's also profoundly liberating, offering you the chance to strip away what no longer serves you and to embrace a new vision for your future. This is not a time to shy away from transformation, no matter how intimidating it may feel. It's about standing tall and facing the changes head-on, with the understanding that true growth requires us to face the parts of ourselves we'd prefer to keep hidden. In May 2025, the heavens align to create a cosmic backdrop where transformation is not only inevitable, but absolutely necessary. This is a moment for Taurus to deeply examine the foundations of your life, your career, your relationships, and your health, and consider whether they still align with who you are becoming. Uranus and Pluto's influences will challenge you to question old structures, especially in your career. If you've been in a career or job that's no longer fulfilling, this period will prompt you to reassess whether it's time to make a change. It may even encourage you to take a leap of faith into something entirely new. Something that excites you and fulfills your deeper needs. At the same time, the influence of Saturn, a planet of discipline and responsibility, will encourage you to find a balance between change and stability. For Taurus, who often seeks comfort and security, this may feel like an uncomfortable paradox. How can you embrace the need for change while maintaining a sense of stability? This is a question you'll be asked to wrestle with in May 2025. But the key to navigating this period will be understanding that true stability doesn't come from holding on to the old, but from being able to adapt and flow with the changes around you. The more you resist the call for transformation, the more challenging it will become. So, instead of fighting these cosmic shifts, try to find ways to integrate them into your life in a way that feels empowering and sustainable. One of the central themes for Taurus in May 2025 will be the idea of liberation. With all of the planetary energies working together, the universe is calling you to break free from old patterns, old habits, and outdated beliefs that have been holding you back. Whether it's a relationship that no longer brings you peace or a limiting belief about your career or self-worth, the cosmic shifts will create opportunities for you to free yourself from whatever has been weighing you down. However, this freedom doesn't come without its challenges. The release of the old makes space for the new. But it also requires a level of trust in the unknown. During this time, Taurus will also feel a deep internal tug to examine what they truly value and prioritize in their lives. As you look toward the future, ask yourself, what is truly important to me? What do I want to take with me into the next chapter of my life, and what needs to be released? This period will push you to reevaluate your relationships, your health, your finances, and your overall sense of purpose. But the beauty of this transformation is that it will ultimately lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself, your values, and your long-term desires. In many ways, May 2025 represents a moment of awakening for Taurus. If you've been stuck in patterns of complacency or resistance, this will be a time when the universe forces you to confront those patterns and make a conscious decision to change. Whether it's something as tangible as shifting your career or something as internal as breaking free from old emotional baggage, the energy will be ripe for transformation. It's a time to look at the bigger picture of your life and ask yourself if the direction you've been heading is the one that truly fulfills you. As we move further into May 2025, the powerful influence of these planetary shifts will create an environment ripe for change and renewal. Whether you're ready for it or not, the energy is here to stay. And it will help you step into a more authentic version of yourself. This isn't a time to shy away from change, it's a time to embrace it with open arms. The universe is giving you the opportunity to reinvent yourself, to shed old skin, and to emerge more aligned with your true self than ever before. By the time May 2025 comes, you'll begin to realize that this transformation is exactly what you needed to move forward in your life. While the process may feel overwhelming at times, rest assured that the changes happening now will set the foundation for a much brighter and more fulfilling future. This is a pivotal time for Taurus, one that will mark the beginning of a new chapter filled with opportunities, growth, and deeper self-understanding. As we continue exploring the transformative period for Taurus in May 2025, the influence of Uranus cannot be overstated. Uranus, the planet of change, has been working its magic in your sign for several years now, but in 2025, its energy will reach a new peak. For Taurus, known for its love of stability, Uranus brings both a sense of uncertainty and the promise of awakening. This isn't about sudden upheavals just for the sake of it, it's about creating the conditions for long-lasting growth and evolution. Over the past few years, many of you have already felt this energy bubbling beneath the surface. Perhaps you've been nudged toward new ways of thinking, new opportunities, or new relationships that challenge your old patterns. But as we move into May 2025, Uranus will not allow you to stay in the same place. The truth is, Taurus, no matter how much you might resist, your sense of comfort and security will be tested. The desire to stick to the familiar is strong, but Uranus pushes you to embrace the unfamiliar and trust that change is a necessary part of your growth. It's time to let go of the fear of the unknown and start seeing it as an opportunity to expand and evolve. The key here is to understand that the change is not random, it is purposeful. The shifts Uranus is bringing are part of a larger, grander plan to help you break free from any restrictive beliefs or patterns that have been keeping you stuck. This can manifest in many areas of your life. Whether it's a relationship that's no longer serving your growth, a career that feels stagnant, or even old beliefs about who you are and what you're capable of. Uranus is inviting you to redefine your identity and your path forward. Change is not a force to be feared, but a force to be embraced. This transformative energy from Uranus will also invite you to rethink what stability really means. For many Tauruses, stability has been equated with safety, predictability, and material comfort. However, as we move deeper into May 2025, the universe will ask you to reconsider this notion. Stability isn't about clinging to the past or staying in a comfort zone. It's about having the strength and flexibility to adapt to the changes that life brings. The real stability comes from knowing that you can weather any storm and that your true foundation is rooted in your inner strength and resilience. This shift may not feel easy at first, but once you embrace it, you'll find a sense of peace that comes from knowing you can thrive in the face of change. In addition to the influence of Uranus, the role of Pluto during this time will also play a significant part in Taurus transformation. Pluto, the planet of transformation, is often seen as the cosmic force that shakes us to our core. Its energy is not gentle, it is the deep, raw power that compels us to confront our shadow self and face the areas of our lives that need healing or transformation. For Taurus, who prefers to avoid conflict and confrontation, Pluto's energy can feel overwhelming. However, this is precisely what makes Pluto's influence so powerful. It forces you to confront what you'd rather ignore and pushes you to make changes that are necessary for your growth. The influence of Pluto will likely prompt you to dive deep into your emotional landscape, especially in relation to your past. There may be unresolved issues or unhealed wounds that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. While it may feel uncomfortable to revisit these aspects of yourself, doing so will ultimately lead to profound healing and personal growth. Pluto's influence invites you to strip away the layers of your identity that no longer serve you, leaving you with the raw, authentic version of yourself. It is only by doing this deep inner work that you will be able to step into your true power and move forward into the next phase of your life with confidence and clarity. As Pluto's transformative energy works its way through your life, it will also shift your understanding of control. Taurus, you are a sign that likes to maintain control over your environment. You value security, and part of that security comes from feeling in control of your surroundings. However, Pluto's influence will show you that true power doesn't come from controlling everything around you. It comes from being able to control your inner world and your reactions to external circumstances. This shift will help you realize that you don't need to have everything figured out or planned in advance in order to feel secure. The security comes from trusting yourself and knowing that, no matter what happens, you will always find a way to navigate through it. The shift that Pluto brings will also deeply affect your relationships. Whether it's your romantic partnerships, friendships, or family dynamics, Pluto's influence will force you to look at the power dynamics at play. Are you in relationships where you feel trapped or unable to express your true self? Are there areas of your life where you've been giving away your power, either consciously or unconsciously? Pluto will ask you to examine these patterns and make the necessary changes to reclaim your power and ensure that your relationships are aligned with your authentic self. Moving on from the powerful influence of Uranus and Pluto, the energy of Saturn will also play a crucial role in your transformation during this period. Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and structure, is known for its ability to bring clarity and focus. While Saturn can sometimes feel like a taskmaster, its influence will be incredibly beneficial for Taurus as you navigate the changes ahead. The energy of Saturn encourages you to get serious about your long-term goals and to establish a solid foundation for your future. For Taurus, who often values security and stability, Saturn's energy will help you create a more structured approach to your life moving forward. This is a time when you'll want to assess your priorities and create a plan for the next phase of your life. The influence of Saturn will push you to ask yourself, what do I want to build? What do I want to create that will last for years to come? Saturn's energy will help you focus on the practical steps needed to turn your dreams into reality. This is not a time for wishful thinking, it's a time for action. However, Saturn will also ask you to examine your relationship with responsibility. Are there areas of your life where you've been avoiding taking responsibility for your choices? Perhaps there are projects you've been putting off or goals that you've been avoiding because they seem too daunting. Saturn's influence will challenge you to step up and take ownership of your life. It will ask you to commit fully to your own growth and success, and in doing so, it will help you build a future that is both stable and aligned with your deepest values. One of the most profound areas where Saturn's influence will be felt is in your career and professional life. This is a time when you may feel the urge to evaluate your current career path and decide whether it's still serving you. Are you working towards something that brings you fulfillment, or are you simply going through the motions? Saturn will prompt you to take a hard look at your professional life and decide if it's time for a change. It's not about making hasty decisions, but about being clear-eyed and realistic about what you want to achieve in the coming years. At the same time, Saturn's energy will encourage you to be patient with yourself. The changes you are undergoing are not going to happen overnight. Saturn teaches the value of persistence and discipline, and during this period, it will be important for you to stay focused on your long-term goals and trust that, with time and effort, you will build the life you desire. As you begin to feel the pull of these powerful planetary influences, it's also important to remember the role that your own emotional growth will play in this period of transformation. As we move into May 2025, the shifts in your external world will be mirrored by internal changes. The way you see yourself, your relationships, and your future will all undergo a major transformation. And this will require a shift in your emotional mindset. For Taurus, who often values emotional stability and may resist change in favor of comfort, this period of transformation will require an open heart. It's time to shed old emotional patterns that no longer serve you, especially those related to fear and resistance. This period will bring up emotions that may feel intense or overwhelming. But by embracing these feelings instead of avoiding them, you will unlock the deeper wisdom within. By allowing yourself to feel your emotions fully, you will gain a greater understanding of yourself and your needs. This is not just an intellectual exercise, it's a process of emotional healing and growth. By the time we reach May 2025, you'll be ready to move forward with a stronger emotional foundation. One that will help you navigate the inevitable changes coming your way with confidence and grace. As we continue our journey through this transformative period for Taurus, the emotional and psychological shifts cannot be understated. In May 2025, many Taurus individuals will feel a significant internal push to reassess the emotional weight they carry and the way they relate to others. This phase isn't just about external changes in circumstances or the environment, it's deeply rooted in the emotional transformations you will go through. These shifts can be intense, but they will also be incredibly liberating, allowing you to finally release emotional burdens that have held you back for far too long. For Taurus, whose emotional world is often guarded, the transformation ahead requires a willingness to be vulnerable. Taurus is a sign that thrives on stability, and vulnerability can often be seen as a threat to that stability. However, as the cosmic energies of Uranus, Pluto, and Saturn continue to weave their influence, the universe is encouraging you to embrace vulnerability as a source of strength rather than something to be avoided. Letting down your guard and being open to feeling, not just thinking, will allow you to access a depth of emotional clarity that will guide your transformation. The more you embrace this emotional evolution, the more you'll find yourself growing into your truest, most authentic self. This shift is not just about opening up to others, it's about opening up to your own emotions. Taurus often places high value on material security and external comfort. Yet the inner emotional landscape has often been neglected or overshadowed. The emotional work of May 2025 asks you to focus inward, to give yourself the space to reflect on the emotions you've long suppressed or ignored. This is not a time for surface-level emotions, it's an invitation to dive deep into your core and confront the feelings and experiences that you've tucked away for years. As you confront these feelings, you'll likely discover that much of the emotional resistance you've held onto is rooted in fear of loss, fear of change, or fear of uncertainty. But once these fears are faced, they lose their grip on you, allowing you to experience a deeper, more profound sense of emotional freedom. As these emotional shifts take place, you will also feel a need to redefine your relationships with others. Relationships, whether they're with family, friends, or romantic partners, will be a focal point during this transformative period. Taurus, being an earth sign, tends to be loyal and deeply attached to those it cares about. However, as Uranus and Pluto influence your personal life, you may find that some of your relationships are undergoing a radical transformation. Some bonds will grow stronger, while others may dissolve altogether. This isn't a time to hold on to connections out of habit or fear, it's about assessing the health of your relationships and recognizing when it's time to let go of the ones that no longer support your growth. In fact, May 2025 will require you to rethink what it means to have healthy relationships. For Taurus, who values stability and predictability, it may be challenging to let go of relationships that have defined much of your life. Yet, these very relationships could be the ones keeping you from stepping fully into your personal power. The influence of Uranus in particular pushes you to embrace relationships that encourage you to be your most authentic self, relationships that are dynamic, flexible, and conducive to growth. Those that are stagnant or draining will be challenged, and if they are not able to evolve with you, they may fall away. While it may feel difficult to let go of long-standing relationships, the transformation that follows will allow you to forge deeper, more aligned connections that serve your highest good. While relationships are being redefined, so too is the sense of self-worth. This time will call you to reassess how you value yourself and how you allow others to value you. The years leading up to May 2025 have likely forced you to confront any areas of your life where you've been undervaluing yourself or allowing others to take advantage of your loyalty and stability. This is a time when you are being called to stand firmly in your own worth, regardless of external validation or approval. With Pluto and Saturn influencing your personal growth, this will be a period where you will need to shed any old, limiting beliefs about your value. Taurus, you are worthy of success, love, and fulfillment, and part of the transformation ahead is learning to believe that on a deeper level. As you embrace this new sense of self-worth, the transformation will extend to your professional and financial lives. While Taurus is known for its hard work and practicality, it's also a sign that tends to seek security through tangible means, especially financial stability. In May 2025, your approach to wealth and career will be deeply influenced by the cosmic forces around you, challenging you to redefine what financial success truly means. This isn't just about accumulating wealth for the sake of it, it's about aligning your financial decisions with your deeper values. You may find that your career or financial aspirations are being called into question, pushing you to reconsider whether they truly reflect who you are and what you want from life. The energy of Uranus will push you to break free from old patterns of financial security, especially if you've been in a career or business model that no longer brings you joy. You may feel an urge to explore new avenues of income, even if they seem uncertain at first. This is the moment where risk and reward align, and Taurus is invited to take bold steps toward a future where money is not the ultimate goal, but a tool to create a life that is both fulfilling and aligned with your passions. Uranus encourages innovation and creative thinking, and in this case, it may push you to explore new ways of earning or investing that feel more meaningful to you. However, this period also calls for careful financial planning. The disciplined energy of Saturn encourages you to be realistic and grounded in your approach to money. As you embark on new ventures or reconsider your career path, you will need to take a pragmatic approach to your finances. This isn't a time for reckless risk-taking, but rather for making calculated moves that align with your long-term goals. Saturn will ask you to be strategic, patient, and disciplined in your approach to building wealth, knowing that lasting financial security is built over time. At the same time, the shifts in your professional life will also influence your sense of purpose. For many Tauruses, work is a place where identity and security are tied together. But as the cosmic forces of Uranus, Pluto, and Saturn continue to work their magic, you may find that your career is no longer fulfilling in the way it once was. This isn't necessarily a negative shift, it's simply an invitation to reevaluate what you truly want from your professional life. What are your deeper aspirations? What are the gifts and talents that you've been underusing? May 2025 is a time to reimagine your career in a way that aligns with your true purpose. This process of reevaluating your career will require courage, as it may involve stepping away from a well-established path and venturing into the unknown. But the rewards for embracing this transformation will be significant. By realigning your professional life with your true values, you will create a career that not only sustains you financially but also nourishes your soul and gives you a sense of purpose. This is a time to trust that the changes you're making now will have a lasting, positive impact on your future. Whether it's starting a new business, pursuing a passion project, or shifting to a completely different career, the opportunities that arise in May 2025 are meant to take you to new heights of fulfillment and success. As you navigate these changes in your career and finances, it's important to remember that the inner work of healing and self-reflection is just as crucial. While your outer world is being reshaped, your inner world will be undergoing a transformation as well. The connection between your internal emotional growth and the external changes in your career and financial life will be deeply intertwined. Embracing this transformation on both levels will allow you to create lasting, meaningful change that supports your overall well-being and fulfillment. As we now approach the final stages of this transformational journey for Taurus in May 2025, it becomes clear that the internal shifts you are experiencing are deeply connected to a larger cosmic calling for spiritual and personal growth. The planets and energies at play are pushing you to let go of outdated beliefs, habitual ways of thinking, and even your attachment to the past. But as you embark on this journey of self-discovery and change, there is one more layer of transformation to explore: the growth of your spiritual and inner self. For Taurus, the process of transformation can feel incredibly grounding, even if it's unsettling at times. There is a natural inclination to want to stay rooted in what you know, to hold on to the material world and the comforts it brings. But May 2025 invites you to explore something beyond the material, the spiritual dimension of your existence. The planetary energies of Uranus, Pluto, and Saturn are urging you to reconsider what truly feeds your soul. This period is about stepping out of your familiar world and embracing something deeper, something that transcends the physical realm. In many ways, Taurus, this is a time to explore spiritual practices that can bring you peace and help you connect with the larger forces of the universe. Whether it's through meditation, yoga, mindfulness, or even exploring new philosophies, there is a call for you to deepen your connection with the divine or the higher self. By tapping into this spiritual energy, you will discover new perspectives that allow you to navigate the changes in your life with greater ease and clarity. The process of spiritual growth isn't always about major life events or dramatic shifts. Sometimes, it's the quiet moments of reflection and introspection that lead to the most profound change. As May 2025 unfolds, it's important to create space in your life for these moments. Whether it's sitting in stillness, connecting with nature, or simply taking time to reflect on your life, these moments of quiet are where the most powerful shifts happen. They allow you to listen to your intuition and inner wisdom, which will guide you through the transformation process and help you make decisions that align with your higher purpose. In this time of spiritual awakening, you may also feel a heightened sense of empathy and a deeper connection to others. This could manifest in your relationships, as the emotional shifts you're undergoing allow you to be more compassionate and understanding toward those around you. Taurus, you are known for your loyalty and strong bonds. But May 2025 will ask you to look beyond the surface and connect with people on a deeper, more soul-based level. It's about forming relationships that resonate with your true self, rather than ones that are rooted in the material world or comfort zones. This transformation isn't only about changing your external circumstances, it's about changing the very essence of who you are and how you see the world. It's about shedding the old ways and stepping into a new way of being. The spiritual awakening happening now is an invitation to trust in the universe and to understand that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Even though the changes may feel overwhelming, they are all part of your personal evolution. Trust that as you open yourself up to these changes, you are being guided toward a life that is more aligned with your true nature and the universe's plan for you. Finally, as you continue this transformative journey, it's essential to remember that it's not just about embracing the cosmic shifts happening around you, it's about taking empowered action. Transformation requires effort, reflection, and a willingness to step into the unknown. And with May 2025 marking a pivotal moment for Taurus, it's time to make conscious choices that will set the foundation for the next phase of your life. As you feel the internal stirring and external pressure to evolve, know that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. You are not alone in this journey. Throughout this entire process, Taurus, remember to honor the part of you that seeks peace, security, and comfort. The transformation may feel intense, but it doesn't have to be a chaotic or disorienting experience. With patience, mindfulness, and an open heart, you can navigate this period with grace. Embrace the changes, knowing that you are growing into a more authentic version of yourself, one that is aligned with the true values of the universe and your soul's purpose. Now that you've had the chance to reflect on this powerful period of transformation, it's time to take action. As you look forward to May 2025, ask yourself how you can prepare for the changes that are coming. What steps can you take to align yourself with your highest purpose? How can you embrace the lessons of the universe and trust that the path you're on is exactly where you need to be? Take these questions with you into the coming months. And remember that this is your time to evolve and step into the next phase of your life with confidence and clarity. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey through Taurus transformation. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit from this message, and subscribe to the Zen Mind Peaceful Life channel for more content like this. We're just getting started, and I can't wait to continue exploring the powerful astrological insights that will guide us toward a more peaceful, fulfilling life. Until next time, take care, stay grounded, and trust the beautiful process of transformation that is unfolding in your life.